Hey everyone, Joe and Amelie here for another edition of Streamin Demons. Hello everyone. Hi. How you doing, by the way? I mean,
Good, good.
yeah.
All good.
Yeah, we just watched a screener that's for like, how are you doing now? Like we just watched, we've been together for like 2 hours. So today's episode is on Queens of the Dead. And if you're wondering if that Queens of the Dead might sound familiar, it's because it's been winning a few awards lately and it's coming to a theater near you in October. It is directed by and written by Tina Romero, and you might know Tina Romero's name in this genre because just maybe you've seen something that kind of, maybe her family's been in. Just saying. Maybe her family's done. Just saying. If you're new to horror and you have no idea who Tina Romero is, it's not the Mexican American actress born in this in 1920. No. It is the lineage of George Romero. So if you're wondering if the genes do run in the family, maybe, maybe not. Maybe the zombie movie homage is something else. And today's movie is definitely a zombie flick that has its own lineage, and not just in George Romero stuff either. So before we start talking about the movie, I'm gonna ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Question number one: what is your social insurance number? No, kidding. No. Question number one: have you seen the rest of the zombie movies of that George Romero did, like the Day of the Living Dead, the Night of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is? Have you seen the other zombie movies in this
Some
franchise?
of. Some of.
Some of, okay. Have you seen the original black and white one, or even the color remake of it, of Night of the Living Dead?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
So, did you watch the one where they were in a mall?
Yes.
Okay. Did you watch the one where they were like in a military complex?
No.
Okay. And here's the thing: it's like as we go through the zombie movies, and we are going to talk about Queens of the Dead on in its own right, but I want to show some lineage first. You're going to see a little bit of a callback to George A. Romero's stuff. And what Romero did with Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead and Land of the Dead and Survival and the whatever the dead and the creep shows of the dead and all the other dead of the dead to the deads of the deads, right? All these dead things, all these deadheads, as they say. You have this remarkable commentary on human life. They're not zombie movie, they're not horror movies, as people say. Well, they're just horror movies. They're not. No movie is just a movie. There is social commentary that goes on, and this is definitely within Romero's work. Now, I will say, I'm not going to go through every of them, but some are quite obvious. And sometimes they're meant to be obvious, and sometimes it's reflection that's like, oh, yeah, I guess that's how you'd be taking. Like if you look at my book, like, oh, I guess you can take it this way. I'm like, sure, you interpret the art however you want. And so when you're looking at these horror movies, they're more than just something of, yeah, it's frights and scares. They mean something to people. With Queens of the Dead, 2025 by Tina Romero, we have that lineage as well. Not just the zombie movie, which is the obvious lineage, and not just the poster work, which is amazing, by the way. The colors, if you haven't seen the poster, check out the posters. The Queens of the Dead poster, amazing. A lot of the video typography and a lot of the colors used, it's just, we talked about it through the film on how well it's done. And we're not going to spoil it for you, but just how well the coloring's done, how well the sound's done. You mentioned about the coloring, like the zombies in the scene, and it says green, and the party girls are in purple. All these things are popping out at it. So you can watch this movie on multiple fronts. But one I want to hit down is the lineage. And one of the movies that came to my mind because I made the comment of like when they first start out, you see these two high heels, sparkly, bizdazzle. I mean, the costuming is amazing. The makeup jobs are amazing too, right? You see these heels are just like disco ball heels walking into a church. And I made a comment about the former co-host for Streamin Demons, Box Human, who may or may not do an episode with me later on. But they love those ankle shots to the point where I got a girl breaking up with me with that before. They love the ankle shots. I'm like, oh my God, the ankle shots. And the last movie I saw a big ankle shot was Ticked Off Trannies with Knives. Yes, I know. Oh my God, he said the bad word. I'm like, no, it's the name of the fucking movie. What do you want? What do you want? I'm not censoring movie names now. I'm not a child. So you have that movie that was based upon drag queens who then bad things happen to them and then have to fight back, right? And we have this one where we have the queen, the drag queen show where bad things happen and they fight back. So there's a little bit of lineage there. And I'm not saying this movie is anything much like other than that for Tick Off Trannies with Knives, but the lineage is there. Did you ever watch that movie? I don't think no, I don't think
No.
it's the movie was fun. It was long. It was ambitious. They literally had no third act. They just put down act 3 right here and they kept going. But this movie with Romero it's hooking. It hooks you from the first. You know, what were you expecting when I said, "Hey, we got a movie to watch"? It's almost like MST3K. We got a movie.
That's an
No.
excellent
Yeah.
question. I was expecting, like, for example, something very typical, like a bad clown or a vampire or
Yeah.
zombie or something like that. I knew it was a horror movie, but I didn't know the synopsis. I didn't know
Yeah.
what kind of bad movie, and I liked it immediately. Like, it's very cool. It's very well done. The costume are
It's well done.
fantastic. Like,
It is.
you don't get bored. You laugh, and
No.
you have different kind of character. And
Yeah.
what I really like about this movie is you have different kind of character, and there is everyone present: lesbian, binary, guy who is completely heterosexual and he's completely lost and confused. The people who are here just to take beautiful selfie, that's really, really cool. And I like it because even if it's funny and there is a little bit of caricature,
Yeah.
play for the movie, play for the fun. There is moment of tenderness. Like I was watching the movie and I say to you, "Oh, that scene, that's real. That's something I feel in my heart." The
Yeah.
situation when you have a friend and you need to talk, and talking make you feel good, but at the same time you feel bad. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
And this
most
is
of the movie is like, "Oh, I love you too," nya, 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 nya. But friendship is a different love. Friendship is trust. It's not based on sex, etc. It's based on we are going to start a company together, or you and I were going to move in a different country, or for the better and the worse, we're friends. I have your back, you have my back,
yeah.
etc. And seeing it in this kind of movie, it's interesting, and I liked it.
I think you hit it on the head. This really is a friendship movie on multiple levels. It's friendship and found family. Found family meaning okay, one is related. Okay. Obviously, there's one person who's related to another one by blood, but found family is going to be the people that you meet along your life, like you and I. It's a found family. Like I'm not. God, I hope I'm not related to you. I mean, right?
Surprise!
Surprise! We had the blood test back. It's actually your sister. Fuck! I knew it. I knew it. No, but we have this found family aspect of it,
Mhm.
and it really goes well. We're talking, I think in the scene you're talking about with Dre and Sam, it's
Mhm.
heartfelt.
Yeah.
It's heartfelt. It's not always about the money, and it's like sometimes you just want to. I needed a friend. I think that was Sam's line. They're like, I needed a friend.
Mhm.
And like, I needed my friend, and it really is heartfelt. And then you have different scenes later on. It's hard to say which scenes are really there because I don't want to spoil it because some of them happen in Act 3 or like as Act 3 happens. But there's layers. There's
Mhm.
layers to this movie, and the way it works is not because a zombie movie. We've seen a bazillion fucking zombie movies by now. Like I just watched Marvel Zombies for fuck's sakes yesterday. And I sped watched it. I'm like, I don't know why I'm watching this. It was that or sleep, I guess. And I didn't pay. I was doing work. I wasn't paying attention to it, you know, because I've seen that shit. I've seen Marvel Zombies. I read Marvel Zombies. No need for a cartoon show. Oh, they introduced Blade. Spoiler alert. There you go. Spoiling Blade for you guys. They introduced the new Blade, but it doesn't really work. I see the direction they're going. I won't spoil the entire thing how they introduced Blade, but I don't give a fuck. I couldn't. I could try caring less. I tried. I didn't. But with Queens of the Dead, I'll read the IMDb for you. Drag queens and club kids battle zombies craving brains during a zombie outbreak. The drag show in Brooklyn, putting personal conflicts aside to utilize their distinct abilities against the undead threat. That tagline doesn't do it justice. It's not a bad one. It just doesn't do it justice. This movie's so much more. This movie is so
Completely.
much more.
Completely. But it's interesting because if you just sum up the big line of the movie, it is right. It's about drag queens, nightclub, zombie. But if you watch the movie, it's interesting because it's political without being political. It's a satire without being a satire.
Yeah,
It's a little bit of caricature, but everybody is mocked. The drag queen, the gay, the heterosexual, the lesbian,
yeah,
the people who are here just to be in, etc. The Gen Z, the oldies,
the Gen Z.
everyone. And it's really well done. And at the same time, there is scene when it's very deep, like I don't want to spoil the movie, but
Yeah,
there is a few scene I'm like, yeah, after the zombie attack and the little ha 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 ha, yeah, looking towards somebody who is more just a friend and more like a mentor, having a friend who is there for you in the bad moments, feeling of guilt, like you like to have fun, etc. Sometimes you have too much fun, and there is consequences, and you feel bad.
yeah.
There is this little moment of, and the acting is fantastic
Oh,
because
the
they
ending's
play
superb.
goofy, and snap of a finger you can see the seriousness of the scene, which is really good. And you
The
don't get bored. You never get bored. You
No,
don't
the
want to
acting is
zap like
amazing.
yeah.
Like the acting is amazing from the first part, from the setup to the last part. Then it starts off with a drag queen going to church to meet a booty call, and it's like the sexy priest thing. I'm like, well, sure, maybe that's a bit over the top, but the acting is still good. The acting is still good. And then we see when Dre's trying to get the balloons through the fucking doors. I'm like, if I was directing this, I think I'd just say, like, take these fucking balloons to the drawer for the doors because they don't fit. The balloons don't fucking fit. And you don't have to even direct that. You're just like, do it. Action, go. Because your character's response is basically your fucking response trying to get these fucking balloons through a door. And so it's acting and it's also very situational where the director and the writer, Tina Romero both, was cognizant of some things, and maybe I'll talk to her later on and ask these questions, but it seems well directed to the point where I believe the actors just knew their stuff inside and out. I believe everyone believed in the project inside and out, or well, and they have faith in each other. No one had to steal the show. No one had to carry the show. And they're all integral to the part of the plot. There wasn't one character who was a named member that I didn't care about.
Exactly.
You care about
Exactly.
them all.
Even if there is a character you're like, oh fucking bitch, like fucking idiot, you want
Yeah.
to that person to leave.
Yeah.
Like it's really interesting. I totally vouch for one of the character. I was screaming his name and stuff. I love one of the character particularly,
Yeah.
and yeah, I was like looking at them and stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't want that person to die. Oh my god, that person is going to
Yeah.
be blocked, etc. Like everyone is cool, everyone is fantastic. Even I would say the second character. I'm like, yes, that guy is the second character, of course.
Right.
Voila.
Yeah, there are
Easy
some
peasy.
secondary characters. We had a we're not the most pristine people when we're talking about the movies. We
Mm-hmm.
may be talking about like, I think you said, "Oh, this girl's hot." I'm like, "Yeah, I think so too."
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's without spoiling, I don't. It's so hard not to do without spoilers. It really
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
because there's some things I'm just gonna say. Sam's costume at the end and performance of the actor or actor, I mean, identify as at the end is amazing. The
Yes.
transformation is amazing. It's well done.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
well
It was
done.
impressive. Really
Yeah.
good. Top notch.
Yeah. And then we're even talking about things like the little things that add up. You were talking about the eye makeup of Nico. And when the eye makeup is so
Yeah.
well done, like, yeah, the small touches in this
Mm-hmm.
film are so well done.
Mm-hmm.
You just get sucked into the film.
Yeah. For example, there is mobile phone everywhere. When there is a close up to the mobile phone with the person
Yeah.
push with the finger, what do you see? You see the long nail with all the makeup and the presses, you know? Or
Gorgeous.
there is a scene when one of
Gorgeous.
the actor is full of regret and you can see the eyelashes and the makeup is really cool. Like
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It's not just we wear makeup, boom. No, the precision, like the fake nipples but made with metal and and can parts, or for example the makeup on the long nail or the eye makeup or the
The
person how they
hair.
dance, the way they wear the skirt and everything.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like everything is top, and the color, I really
The
applaud
color
the
is
color.
amazing in this film.
There is one scene when there is one character who is looking at his phone and made aware there is a zombie attack,
Yeah.
and the scene is cut in two. You have green zone and purple zone. And in purple zone, everybody just dance, have fun,
Right.
etc. Boom, bada boom. It's purple like the color for the queer. So it's a nightclub with a lot of homosexual, drag queens, binary, etc. Everybody has fun. Nobody
Non-binary.
knows.
I think that's what you wanted to say.
Non-binary, sorry.
Yeah. French.
Nobody knows. And in the green, you have one of the character who realize, oh fuck, there is some problem in the news. And it's really interesting to see how they change the color. Like there is an attack, poof, it's gray, it's green. There is a moment of love, of family kind, poof, the color is red. And I really like that scene when everything is cut.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like it.
It works well. It reminded me, if you're looking at this video from my generation, you're like, shit, it's like a Van Halen video. This is Van Halen with like Jump and Panama, where they dial the colors up to 1,000 because Roth is wearing sunglasses in the studio, and
Very
they do it so
80s, yeah.
well. Yeah,
Mhm.
it works. It pops really well. They use every bit of the canvas. This movie uses every bit of the canvas to make you feel something for the action happening inside of the characters. Like you really do care, and there's multiple locations. So that it's not just trapped in a house. It's multiple locations, and you worry about the other people when they're not on screen. You're like, oh
Yeah.
my god, I hope these people are okay. Yeah,
It's
what happened to
it's
these
not
motherfuckers?
complicated to understand who is who because
No,
they're a group of people, I would say, I
easy.
don't know, 15 people, and the storyline is good. Like it's really interesting.
Yeah,
They all know each other. It's like a small community. There is consequences linked with family, etc., etc. And it's plausible. It's plausible. It's not, as we said in French, tiré par les cheveux. Like you're like, really? No, this is possible.
this
They're
is completely
colleagues.
possible.
They married together. He's a brother. He had an accident, so he arrived in the hospital. Ba 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 ba
Yeah,
ba ba. I know that person. It's your colleague. I know that person because she's my sister. I know that person because he's my plumber. Something like that. It's typically in the city, small village size.
yeah, and this is yeah in Brooklyn. So it is possible because it's kind of a neighborhood there. And I used to like be the doorman at a gay club in Vegas, Gypsies. And Gypsy doesn't exist anymore. Gypsy was on a TV show about, we'll save that nightclub. And they're like, you need to fire the owner because he's just using it on coke. And everything that came in, they just used, he'd use it on drugs. I think at this point I can say almost allegedly wink wink, but no, it was on camera for that one. And we wouldn't get our paychecks, and we would get paid late a bit. And the mother was making sure everyone kind of got paid at the same time. She would yell at you if she didn't know you were not on schedule. Like I would show up for my paycheck, and she's like, "Why are you late?" I'm like, "Bitch, I just came for my check. Like, what are you on my back for? I'm helping you out because I'm here to pick up my paycheck, but you didn't have staff at the front door, so you can't open up yet. So I'm here taking IDs and making sure when no one gets hurt inside on my day off." And then she got like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sorry." I'm like, "Yeah." She just blew up. That's about it. But you have that feeling. We were talking about this before. During the movie, why do people go to gay clubs for dancing? Right? It's usually the safe place to dance if you are a woman. It's usually the place you want to go, just you want to dance. And people will just leave you the
Yeah,
fuck alone
I have a lot of colleagues who are from the Gen X generation who say during the 80s and the 90s they would go to gay club because it was
all the
safe
time.
and the music
Yeah.
was top. Uh,
Music is amazing there, and
yeah.
you're mostly safe.
Hmm.
Mostly safe, mostly safe. Caveat: if you're an a-hole, you have to understand. We were talking about a movie right now, Queens of the Dead, about drag queens, and they are wearing high heels, spikes. If you're an a-hole and you get out of pocket, you are messing with someone with the strength of a man who has high heels. And I've had it seen that someone put a high heel through someone's temple before because they picked on the wrong motherfucker. A little bit drunk
Sydney,
asshole
Woolloomooloo. It was a quarter. It's the queer quarter nowadays of the gay community. I lived there for 6 months, if I remember, and a lot of Australians told me it used to be the poor quarter where a lot of nightclubs were on the
yeah.
street of Woolloomooloo, and you had a lot of drag queens were at the door, and they're completely berserk if you do something stupid. Like they're the best doorman ever. So what you said, I believe, and they're fantastic. Plus, in the safety zone, if you're lost, if you have a problem, you have a 2 meter tall drag queen who's like, "Hey, sweetie, hi, love, are you okay? You're not feeling okay? Come here, baby. We have toilets. Don't puke there. Come, drink water. Come here." And if you want to call the police, they can just raise their hand and boom, be seen. Which drag queen? Which wig? Purple, green, or yellow?
Right, which
They're
wig?
fantastic. They're great. Go to Woolloomooloo, ladies and gentlemen. If you go to Australia, Sydney, I advise you to go a Saturday night at Woolloomooloo. There is a lot of
There you go.
clubs. There is a huge community of gay, lesbian, and there is a huge history there. I went there, I lived there, I loved it, and my favorite place, unfortunately, I forget the name. Sorry, guys. It was a library, coffee shop, kickboxing gym. So you
What?
would go downstairs, it's a kickboxing club, upstairs, coffee shop, and on the side, a library.
Jesus. That
Yeah.
biggest in Vegas, the library was a strip club. I
Why
mean,
not? Why
no,
not?
really, it was called the library, and it was a strip club.
Ah. Where are you
Yeah,
going? I'm
they
going to
didn't
the
have books.
library. I'm going to the library.
Exactly, and that's why they did it. I'm going to the library. And
Mm-hmm.
another thing this hits home really well is influencer culture. Because if you've been to a club opening or if you've been to a club trying to gain traction, they'll invite influencers over and do the live stream, baby, and and that's what they do in this movie. This is exactly what happens in the fucking movie.
Send you a picture of the bar I went recently with all the flower.
Yeah, yeah.
So there is a bar who just opened in the city center of Prague, and you can go there. There is a restaurant. There is a more intimate rooms with a lot of flowers. There is a cocktail bar, etc. So we went, my husband and I, for a night out with a friend who came from Australia to visit, and it's beautiful, but it's over the top, and you can clearly see people nowadays want to be in a place where they can take a lot of picture. And it's great, it's beautiful, but it's too much. Like the good old days when you just go to a place, have a good cocktail, a good
Yeah.
conversation, And yes, it's beautiful, but you don't take picture. You know what I mean? You just enjoy the moment, enjoy your soup, enjoy your cocktail. Like it's
Soup.
too much.
You have soup at the bar? You went to a bar
Uh,
like,
Soup. I'm
yo,
told no,
body
but
shots? No, I want some soup. I need
sorry, the
some chicken
Japanese
noodle soup.
soup. The
Jesus
Japanese soup because last
Christ.
time I went out with a friend, I went for
Yeah,
a
you want for
Japanese
soup?
food. Yes, soup,
You're
Japanese soup, like the big Japanese, a full big Japanese soup. Dude, I was in postpartum. I had my girl who invited me out. I went. It was a Japanese restaurant who served you soup. You know the big soup.
I
I don't
love how
remember.
you take offense because you think I'm shaming you for having soup.
Yes, you're
Like,
shaming me.
dude, goddamn it, I was hungry. And there's a bowl of soup. It was a strip club. I don't know where they got the soup from at the strip club, but I went to the strip club for the soup, and it
Yes,
was there.
and it was there, and it was delicious,
Yummy. It
right?
was yummy.
Yes.
Got stuff swimming in it. You
And
just
I
gotta pick it out.
befriended a fantastic Kazakh who was a stripper but also a contortionist. And she
Oh
worked in
wow,
a Chinese circus when she was from 8 to 15 years old. So
you're not a good
silence.
friend.
You can do
You're
a lot
not a
of
good
things with
friend,
soup. I
Amelie.
like soup. Why? Do you want the Chinese woman to come and to do performance with you and serve you soup?
Do I need to answer that question? Yeah, of course I do. Like, do I need to
Seriously.
answer the question? Oh yeah, I have this perfect person. Like, I'm like, huh? What the fuck? I was in Prague. You could have said, oh, by the way, we're going to get some soup. I'm like, sure. Are the Doors playing? Like, yeah, they're playing "Light My Fire." Oh, see, that would be a correct one. They're playing "Money, Money." Billy Idol.
Écoute,
Money.
next time you come to Prague, we will go to the place. We are going to take picture of the
No,
beautiful flowers,
no,
and you
I'm
will
not
see
gonna.
beautiful girls.
You know how boring that would be for me. But I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Back in the day, okay, believe it or not, kids, before influencers had a cell phone camera, we still had cell phones back in the day. We just didn't take them with us. We knew there were chains, and we left them at home. Why? Because we didn't want to be contacted. We wanted to go out and party. Plus, if you have a cell phone, that's one less thing of drugs you could carry on you. Because cell phones take space. This one folds in half. This is soap, by the way. Things that you might keep in your pocket take space. Do you take your drugs
Why
or
you
your cell phone
taking?
with you?
Uh,
Decision, decision.
you ta- you're really dumb. You take it before. You would go to a flat, drink, drink, drink,
Oh,
then
yeah.
take the drug, then leave the flat, go to the nightclub, have fun, 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 and leave. You do it before.
No, see, you're an amateur. You do it before. That's a given. You do it before. But once things start wearing off, you do it again.
Yeah, but you go to the lounge after, and you've got
Who's got a
people to.
lounge? Who's got a fucking lounge?
Dude,
We had clubs. We
dude.
didn't have lounges.
No, you go to the
You
club, and after
millennial.
going to the club, what do?
Fucking
You go to
spoiled
the
millennial.
lounge.
Look, I go to a
You,
lounge. Look, I'm metropolitan.
yeah,
I'm
you go
going
to
to a
the
lounge
lounge
now.
because
Oh,
the
fancy. Do you
toilet
put
was
your finger
glass.
out when you drink? Fancy pants. If you're a little soup, do you do your soup with this? Fancy pants. Yes, pre-party, pre-gaming. We get it. Pre-gaming. You have to do that. Otherwise, you're paying way too much for booze, way
Correct.
too much for anything else you want to pick up.
Hmm.
But while you're there, you still need your stuff.
Yeah, but you don't take so much. You take a
Oh
little
no,
bit,
of course
and
you don't.
then
I'm
you
not
have
saying
the
you take the entire
table, and
stash. In today's Streamin Demons, we're talking about drug culture.
and how to behave, what to
Yeah,
do.
back in our day. But that's why we didn't have phones. And plus, if we didn't have phones in our face every day, how much funner would your life be at a club? You might even dance or get loose a bit.
But
Remember,
like how many people lost their phone? Like that's crazy. Don't take your phone. Take the minimum, just a little bit of cash.
yeah, just a
Go
little
have
bit.
fun.
Amen. Yeah, don't
You see
take
what I
cards
mean?
and avoid
Like
it.
that's a big fun of me and my friend. We do night reception, and there's these kids, often Canadian and American, dude, young, like 18, 21 years old, max. Yeah, I'm going out and everything. I'm going to be smashing. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, don't take your phone. take just cash, go have fun,
Yeah.
and go to the such and such nightclub just at 500 meter from the hotel. Like this, if there is any problem, you can come back straight away.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada. And yes, you can have a Uber with cash. There is no problem. There is taxi. There is stuff. Ba 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 ba. And no, they lose the card, the American Express. Oh, how many times we hear the horror story with the American Express because now you can do tap and go with American Express.
Yeah.
And they need to call American Express, block their card and everything. And they're like,
It's more
oh.
than American Express. In North America, every card does that.
Hmm.
And the phones, which is if you lose your phone and your credit cards, you're pretty much effed.
Yeah.
And I agree. If you're 500 meters away, take check, especially in check.
Hmm.
Take cash only. Once it's spent, it's spent. And that's good clubbing no matter what. Because if you're drunk, you're not making, or if you're high and drunk, you're not making great decisions at this point.
Yeah.
Keep your shit at home. And that way, when your money's spent, you go home. That's Vegas 101. You go to casino, go with $100 in your pocket, nothing else. You lose it, you're
For
gone. All done.
in France, this is a culture. We always go out with men and women together. So you will always see a group of French people, five, six, being three women, three men, etc. And everybody has a buddy. So, for example, if I come with Sophie, I'm going to stay with Sophie. If you coming with Marion, you're going to stay with Marion. It can be your girlfriend, your friend, your neighbor, your cousin, whatsoever. You have a buddy, okay?
Marion's my cousin? Wait. You're saying
Um,
Marion's my cousin, girlfriend, neighbor? What?
uh,
How the hell can she be
either
all
way,
three
you
of
see
them?
what I mean?
You
Either
say
way.
Marion's my cousin, my girlfriend, and my neighbor? You motherfucker, this
So
ain't
it's
Alabama.
always like
Sorry,
together,
Alabama.
girl,
Love you.
boys, all together, right?
Yeah.
Can be one or two cars. There is always one person or two-person who doesn't drink. We call it the Sam. When you're a Sam, you often have free drink, or soda, etc., discount, etc. You look after everyone, and we really have this culture in France of if it's your birthday, you can be fucked up drunk, but we're going to look after you to see if nobody is going to hurt you and everything.
Right.
And boys and girls, they really have fun together and they look after each other. If somebody is sick, there is always somebody who's like, okay, she's with me, she's my buddy, I'm going to take her back home, text everyone, come back to the party later on. You see what I mean? It's really like that, like really
Well,
in
and that's the
society.
good clubbing type thing. And going
Hmm.
back to the movie, that's exactly kind of what happens. We feel that type of vibe in this movie. We feel this type of vibe in the movie because A is well written, but the acting is phenomenal. And like Nina West is in this one. And if you don't know Nina West, check them out at RuPaul's Drag Race and Real Dirty Yankovic Story. But Nina West is amazing in this film. I mean, honestly, I can watch. If you want to know people who are amazing in this film, here we go. Where is it? Caddy O'Brien, amazing as Dre. Rick Lindholm, amazing as Lizzie. Jack Heaven, amazing as Kelsey. Cheyenne Jackson, amazing as Jimmy. I'm gonna skip one. Shawnette Renee Wilson, amazing as Tiger, and that's like you actually do like Tiger. You might not remember the name though, the one with the stripes on the face. Margaret Cho, I don't even like Margaret Cho, and I thought Margaret Cho was good in this
Why?
film.
I like her. Like she
I
was great.
oh, in the
Where's my
film she's
wife?
great. I
Yes.
just can't stand her as a comedian. I don't
Oh.
care either way as a person. And I actually said the funny thing about Margaret Cho for me is I think she's a good actress. I just can't stand her as a comedian. Like it's weird because I kind of like her earlier stuff, and then she came back for a special, and she's like, "Oh, what the fuck's this shit?" It's just
She
not
is
me.
the first lesbian comedian I heard about in France.
Not that you heard
She
about. Well, she's not
was
the first lesbian comedian though
no, but she's the first one. That's why I have a
that you
huge
heard
respect
about.
to
No,
others.
she's the first one you heard about. She's not the first
Yes,
one.
yes.
There's
So,
a little
in
distinction there.
France, we have a channel who is called Canal Plus, Channel 4,
Yeah.
and it was a private channel. C'est le satellite. Satellite, parabole. And I heard about her because a reporter made a special thing about stand-up comedian, and they show her, and it was a big slap in my face. She was lesbian, Korean. She was like, I'm an American, I'm ugly, I don't care, I'm a failure, look at me. She was unapologetic. And that just
Wait, she's a
gave me
failure?
chill. She joked about the fact of mother when she gave birth to her. She was like, your mother, she looked at you when
Okay.
you were born and it's like you're going to be a teacher or you're
That
going
type
to
of
be
failure. Okay.
president and oh, ugh, oh, we fucked. We fucked with you. Like she's great. But from my point of view as a French girl, where maybe 15 years old, I was like, wow, she's joking about a period and she's not pretty. She's unapologetic. She's like, yeah, fuck it. I'm ugly. Fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? That was really interesting to see that American was like, yeah, I'm a lesbian, fuck it. And I'm like, yeah. After for
Yeah,
the,
and maybe that's where I have a homage with the comedy because I couldn't give a fuck about anyone's sexual identity. If
yeah,
there's I'm lesbian, fucking like cool, great. And what else do you have?
yeah, but the thing is, you need to understand, it's
I don't
TV.
need to understand anything. But
It's
yeah.
TV. It's a representation. Who is representing you if you're lesbian? Like Ellen, Cho, this
Oh,
kind of thing. You know what I
who's
mean?
representing me if I am a lesbian? Glenn Lerner, the heavy hitter. No, wait. That's who represent me if I get in a car accident. Hold on. You know who did the best lesbian comedian? I don't want to out this person because I don't think they're out. Well, whatever. They're not going to listen to this anymore. They're dead. Norm Macdonald was the best lesbian comedian, in my opinion. My learned comedian, Norm Macdonald.
No, but I
But if
mean,
we,
like pop culture, like in the lesbian community, like whose actress is the sexiest, what movie we should watch, and we are not a caricature and stuff. Like that stand-up comedian, she was like, "Yeah, look at me, huh? I'm not going to get married and have kids, And that was a cultural shock for me when I looked at her. We have a famous lesbian in France for years and years on, and yeah, she's great. She's really smart. She worked with ONG and stuff like that. Like she's fantastic. She's a very interesting woman, very intellectual, very interesting woman. But yeah, not the sexiest. You see what I mean? So watching her, even if she's not the sexiest either, I like her. I like the vibe she gave.
all right, I mean, sure, each her own. Comedy is subjective. For me, I was like I said, I liked her earlier stuff. I didn't quite like the latter work for her, but I liked her as an actress.
Do you like soup?
I don't like Soup.
You don't like soup?
I really don't. But anyways, Tom Savini is in this as well, and Tom Savini does a character so well, and it's written so smartly, and it's so accurate. It's scary. I won't spoil it, but he's the mayor during a crisis, and it's funny. It's brief. It's a little inside Easter eggy, and it works. It's a cameo that works really well. Like I'm saying, even the cameos work well. And I don't know if Margaret Cho would be a cameo per se because she has a bit more of a role, but Savini really is a cameo, and it's like dials it in about 5 minutes, and it just pops off the screen. So the acting is phenomenal, the writing is phenomenal, the everything is. This movie is a build as a comedy horror, and I agree with both. It's
Me
a
too.
comedy horror, and I think it does both well.
Yes. And you can really feel the actor really work. Like they liked it, they enjoyed it, they had fun to do it, and they put their heart on the text. It's
Yeah,
really well done. It's really fun to watch.
yeah. This is like Shaun of the Dead, told from Ed's point of view. It's the because Trey is a bit of a not a fuck up in a bad way because the character of Jay is busting her ass hard to make money, to make a living, and just striking out, having a lot of stuff stacked against her and stuff like that. But it's kind of like let's go hold up here at the club. It's one of those, and you have to go outside and all these. other madness things. Overall, special effects were good. I mean, the special effects were solid. I think some were kind of mixed effects, but the zombie makeup was fantastic. Imagine that. This zombie movie was great, and they have, just like the lineage again, they make a commentary on the idiot box in your hand, your phones that you can't put down, and try. I have people who try to hide using their phone. I'm like, is your neck broke? Because you've been staring at your crotch for 20 minutes and it glows. If my crotch glowed, I think I would have to go see a doctor. Doc, yeah, what's happening?
Well, what would
It's
you
down there.
do if
Is it burning?
what would you do if a person say, "Well, my crotch actually shine. Look,
It shines.
oh,
Yeah, it's
shine."
the holy light. And I like to click it. And it makes noises when I touch it, like clicking. Yeah, so it's the idiot box in your hand. It makes a commentary on that, and it does it smartly. I think you're right when you said there were caricatures of a lot of people, but they're done so and no one's spared, which is what I like about this movie, where other movies, like, they have, like, the straw man bad guy, like, oh, it could very well have been Queens of the Dead, straw man, straight male, but they didn't do that. They didn't, like, have the one, like, the straight male figure and there would be the straw man. They had him be a real person, and I do appreciate that. It could have been exactly like a pile-on movie, but it wasn't. It was like a we're all in this together movie, and I think that's what the preaching is. Everyone is in it together, and that's beautifully said, right, in the movie a couple times. So I like this movie. It's coming out. If you wanna watch this movie, I say I think this is theatrical worthy. I would spend money
Definitely.
for the theater. You too? Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a little bit over an hour and a half. It's got some inside stuff. At the end, I won't say anything, but in a way, Pete Davidson and Colin Jost make a special appearance at the end, and I'll tell you, I'll point them out to you after the taping. But it's a really well done. It's stupidly well done movie. October 24th is the release in theaters. Go check it out. It's I think family friendly. I think for this is actually, I'm not sure what. Let me check the rating real fast. But some violence and drug use, right? But that's about it. There's no overt sexuality. There's no. I don't think it's got a rating yet. Wow. Would you take, like, not little kids, not like 5-year-olds, but teenagers, right?
13 years old.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It doesn't quite have a rating on this spec sheet yet, but 13 is about fair. I would say why not type thing, you know. And oh yeah, in theaters Friday, October 24th. Check it out. It is Queens of the Dead, directed by Tina Romero. A bunch of people starring, and you're gonna have some fun times. It's gonna drive some people nuts because it's Queens of the Dead, but fuck them. They don't have to go. Everyone else, grab your popcorn. Let's go. And that's it for us. This is a good one. So thanks again for sticking with us. Tina Romero's Queens of the Dead with the IFC, Independent Film Company, and Shudder. It's award winning. It's cleaning up the award shows, and deservedly so. There's not a dull moment. It flies by. It's 99 minutes and it flies, and everything is great. Is it a perfect movie? No, there's no perfect movie, but damn near close. Damn near close. Check it out. That's my thing. I'm a jigger. And check it out in the theater. Honestly, it's worth going to the theater. I'm buying a ticket later on. That's it for myself and Amelie. We bid you good day. Bye, everyone. Click like, subscribe, do whatever. As my good friend Dr. Payne would say, who cares? Bye bye.
I hear a cat.